Hello, happy Monday. We're back with more of this. We just need to make more buildings. I kind of want to redo the existing buildings to have easier to manage geometry, as well as look a little bit, I don't know, less rigid. Like, compared with the furniture inside, these very awkward, fun angles, you know, a little bit silly. Let's turn this down a bit. You know, just these zany angles on things. I think the house, by comparison, looks weirdly plain. So I'd like to fix that a bit. Also, the shop is like super messed up with its geometry. Like, look at that. That's awful. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Shouldn't be able to do that. That's not allowed. I don't know how that's happening. But yeah, that's the general idea. And everything is working. It's just it's got some awkward spots. Should we have pitched roofs? I mean, I like the little gable we got going on here. I think it's fun. It's simple. It's cozy. I'm wondering if it's like too tall. Ow, hello. Lily pad roofs. Well, we got Lily's pad coming up later in the game, so. Well, no, it's gonna be in this very scene in the game, but still. So yeah, we'll figure something out. That's a little weird. That's a little weird right there. Like when you compare Paper Mario, and we will compare Paper Mario. Believe you me. Like a Paper Mario house is this big. Like there's room for the NPC to stand. And that's about it. Of course, then again, you know, it doesn't have beds and stuff. This one has a couch. None of them have beds. Yeah, I'm not liking the weather forecast. Do we want to get a little bit zany? I don't think we want to get zany. I was about to say, do we want to like start putting pieces together in Godot rather than in Blender? No, it's gonna be by a river. There's a very specific reason for that and everything. It's got to be next to a river. That's a non-negotiable. Let's try some stuff in Blender. Milton. All right, house. We can use the original house as a guide for the size and everything. But I think we can get by with some creative applications of modifiers here. Right? What a nerd. All right, here we go. I'm gonna call this collection house 2. Let's do some experiments here. Make a cube. Move it up. Apply. Give it material of our our single color stucco, no texture. It's just colors, and that's it. Ah. Okay. Go ahead and move that as well. All right. So, modifiers. What we could do is add like, what can we do here? Because I'm now realizing we also need to make sure that we can separate out the front slice. That has to be a separate mesh so we can peel it away. So it really makes me feel like we can't get away from that. I really wanted to just have like...
Tonight at 11, meteorologists are reporting that Hurricane Milton has winds placing it at a Cat 5. Stay tuned to hear if it progresses to a Cat 6 or even a secret cat.
Like, wireframe modifier could be really nice for the, like the wooden beams, you know? But I don't think we can make that work the way I want to. Because then we have basically the crate, you know? There's not a hollowness to it, which sucks. Is there a way? It's kind of like, is there another modifier that can hollow out? All right, what do we got? What do we got? Generate. Find mesh, triangulate, subdivision surface, solidify. No. Edge split, decimate, build, boolean, bevel, array. No, see, I think it's just I gotta do it by hand. I could get away with like a boolean if I said this geometry represents the inside and this slightly thicker geometry represents the outside or something. That's really weird. It's really strange to try it that way. Okay, so let's try speed run, rebuild, second attempt here. How do we properly do corners then? Like, is that just, do we extrude out a square from each side? Just extrude out a 0.2 square. Just like that. Is that enough? Part of me wants to just like mass rename this other collection or something. Arbiter's Ground, that is a Zelda dungeon from Twilight Princess, and it is my favorite Zelda dungeon from Twilight Princess. So we would have like a, oops, nope, an object that is also a cube. And then, I don't know, that doesn't work for me. Yeah, do it before the extrude. Yeah, do this. Duplicate this. Jeez. Move that out 4.5. Sure. Oh, that's gonna be it's getting close to Factorio time again. Oh man, getting the itch, you know. There we go. So that lines up. Make sure the height is good enough here, I guess. Just like that. So we're going to start with kind of using the original as a base. Okay, cool. So what do we do differently on this second draft here? It's just straight up a Star Trek noise. So one thing I'd like to try is if we take this and then we add wireframe, not replace original, thick. Wait, that's too thick, isn't it? Like, is this too much? I wish this wireframe was not weird, but unfortunately it is weird. So you have to do this, you have to add an additional wood planks, and then tell it that the material offset for the wireframe is 1, and then you get this. That's weird. That is weird. Can I dissolve these edges and have it work? No, you may not. Okay, so that plan's a bust. Yeah, we do door on the other side. Door up front, kind of, would be cool. Blah, 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 blah. Back, front. All right, let's just create. No. Let's wobble it a bit. Let's go ahead and wobble. We can do this. We can do some wobbling. Okay, I think these need to move 0.2 this way. Why is this more than 0.2? How does that work? And then extrude 0.2 back. Like, this is weirdly too thick. I don't get it. Whatever. It's fine. So we can take this and extrude it up like that. Amazing. Nope, we can't. That needs to be a separate thing. Gosh, there's so many separate things we need to have, huh? I could, I guess, okay, hang on. I could separate it after I extrude. Okay, so take this, edit all, merge by distance, get rid of those extra vertices. Okay, then we need to say that these surfaces here, we want to separate by selection and call that wall top. And then I guess that means that we can make a face here and make a face here, and then view to make sure we have the proper normals. Everything looks pretty normal. All right, cool. It is normal. Normals are normal. Exactly what I wanted. Then do we go for the, do we go for wonkiness here at this point? Solar Bracer. All right, wonkiness. Wonkiness would be stretch it out a bit towards the top. And oh geez, I don't know how that happened. All right, hold on. I feel like I need everything in place, and then I can grab corner clusters, I think. So what that would look like then is extrude from here and then extend out, I guess. Okay, so extrude up, then say, select that, select those, select out those, and those are roof. Make a face here, make a face there. Confirm that the faces are facing the right way. Good. Okay. Nope, not that. Swap. Vince changed face. Don't extrude this, just drag it over. Yep, that looks fine. Drag an additional 0.2. And drag this an additional 0.2. These two, scale out, drag down. There we go, right? It's not quite there. I guess this needs to be up higher. Okay, how did this happen? All right, it's fine, because we're going to be making some wonkiness soon. Just want to flatten that out a bit. Okay. House. This is house. I didn't constrain it. I was a fool. Okay. Get rid of the... No, right, because I'm in edit mode. I'm in edit mode. Get rid of these. This is going to be our shingles material. Plop that back into place. All right, comparison real quick with the first draft, which is super detailed compared to what we've got now. The shingles UV mapping is awful. Do we fix it now? Yes. All right, fine. We're gonna fix it now. Project from view. Slap that right over there. Rotate it. Scale it. It's upside down. Perfect. Great. Love it. Beautiful. Yeah, usually I think it's just S and then Y and then you're set. And I didn't even consider doing that. My brain wasn't wrapped up that way, unfortunately. How you doing, Lag? All right. Let's get the supports loaded up. We want... I'm not going to do these little crossbars are unnecessary. We're not doing those. All right. GZ1, apply location, move it down here very quickly and messily. All the way up here, almost into the roof. We're gonna have to move one of those sides a little bit. 4-hour nap, that's my kind of nap, as it turns out. Okay, rotate, scale down a bit. That looks beautiful, honestly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, to duplicate or not to duplicate. I should really have like a midpoint, but mirror it. Does this work? No, because our midpoint is there for some reason. Right, to make the rotation of the roof easier, which it doesn't need to do that. Honestly, let's move the whole thing. All right, grab everything. We're officially moving the origin. What is this? 2.5, right? Just 2.125? 0.25? Does that look right? That looks right. Okay. On our back, apply that location. There we go. That mirrors properly. And also, we can mirror it on the other axis as well. Great, beautiful. That's not what I wanted exactly. I mean, it's fine. Just makes me go, I hate that there's so many ways to do things. I want there just to be a way, and that's it. That's all you get. What if instead we did extrusion? Oh wait, right, we still need to do the crossbar. Okay. So what we can do, here's my idea. Here's my cool and awesome and totally normal idea, is to hide this roof temporarily. Merge that down. Nope. Nope. Edit and then 3. Edit and then 3. Okay. Now, extrude this across. Enable clipping. I think. Did that work? Whoa. Not what I remember that. Not how I remember that working, but I'll take it. I mean, it's fine. Okay. And then additionally... Oh, see, that texturing is awful, first of all. Let's just do it this way. I think our center is off. That looks better. Almost. Not quite. But we're getting there. Let's fix this UV mapping, please. All this. That's looking a little awful. Nope. Middle click. Okay. We need to actually UV map these all individually. Project from view. Rotate this. Scale it up. There we go. That's fine. Project from view. Rotate. Looks fine. I'm not even gonna bother. We're trying to get better at speed modeling here. This is not a good way to do it, as it turns out. Okay. Great. Look at that. It's like we didn't even start from scratch. Okay, so now here's the big thing that we're doing. Is we're gonna wonky it up. Wait. Do we do that yet? Do we do this yet? Okay, let's go for it. All right, grab everything. Press the wrong button. Press the right buttons in the wrong order. It's true. I feel the improvements happening, but it's not muscle memory yet. Not quite yet. All right, wonkiness. We're gonna get a little weird. Oh, let's apply this modifier because we're about to go off symmetry. Okay, first off, these pieces here, scale those down, merge, and now let's. I don't think I even want these edges here. I don't think I want these edges here at all. And I think we can very easily resolve that. Dissolve edges. Kind of expected that to dissolve those edges. Delete edges. Okay, now it's just gone. Huh. Well, that's quite all right. I'm sure I can just plop that face right back on there. Oh, wait, no, these points are still here. Okay, hold on now. Dissolve vertices. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's what I wanted to happen, actually. Believe it or not, that was my intention. I'll just put that face back. There we go. Magic. I was kind of expecting, since those were merged, that dissolving the vertices would, like, I don't know, like, recreate the surface. Okay, beautiful, amazing, transcendent. I pressed 1 before hitting tab again. Tab. 1. Okay, Noted. Noted. Okay, here we go. We're gonna wonky it up, guys. Let's give it some character. Just a wee bit of character. And let it poke out a little bit. Let it be a little wild, a little crazy. And get this, move this angle, yeah, out. Why not? This one, out there, and back. This one here, move it back as well. This up here, back, but not up. Okay, it's a little bit zanier now. One at a time would have worked. Okay, that's where I screwed up. Okay, it's a little bit zanier than the first draft. It's got a little bit more character. Let's smooth out some of these edges a little bit here. Roof. We're gonna try and go for the. Let's see if I just do this much. How crazy would the subdivision surface look like? Too crazy. All right, tone it down. Tone it down. Let's lock in. Let's lock in these here. Okay, better. Lock that one in down there. That one in down there. See, that gives us a nice little bit of roundiness to it. You see? It's getting there. A little bit of bevel, maybe? Yeah, this does a little bit of weird stuff with the UV. All right, let's remove these loop cuts and try a little bevel action. See if that gets us a nice level of whimsy. All right, let's increase the bevel a little bit. Oh, yep, and that keeps our UV a lot nicer around the edges. I can see a little bit of issue with the subdivision, but I'm actually okay with it, I think. Actually, I could really just pull this out a little bit, not down. We could scale that a little bit. Get a little bit more thickness on the roof there in the front. All right. This is looking a little bit more zany and whimsical. Having some issues in the back. Let's see here. Are these connected right now? What's going on with wall top? These are a single mesh. That's fine. There I go again. Edit. There we go. Okay. This looks fine, honestly. Like, we barely need anything else. We do need a window. I've got a little placeholder texture. Oops. Let's add a cylinder. Let's make it pretty low poly. Rotate X 9. What did I just do? Okay, scale on the Y. It's a little bit big of a window. Okay, that's a beautiful window right there. I'm not even going to worry about the angle that much because that's not the important part here. Add in our material glass. It's not actually see-through, believe it or not, because we don't actually want to see through it. We just want it to kind of give the idea of seeing through it. add an additional material for the trim, and we're gonna use the wireframe modifier with do not replace original and material offset 1 and thickness significantly more. Yeah, look at that. No, I mean, yes, you can, there's that, but we don't care. We're not gonna mess with that. What we will mess with, knife cut. Right down the middle. Because that is going to, yeah, look at that. Look at that little shortcut. Inset modeling action. Inset, okay. So, yeah, there's a moth on the ceiling. It is true we get a little bit less geometry around the edges. Really what I like about this one though is that we don't have to worry about, like, that gets us the edge. This here and a slight depth is what I like. It's not huge, but I get it. Should we skew this a little bit? Or even just tilt it a bit? Is that a little bit too much if we tilt it? Would we get in trouble? Would people write in? Or is that cool? I'm worried that's too much. Now, I would be cool with the inset for a square. 100% good. A bunch of elites over at the Blender subreddit. Okay, we're going to nest the circle window in the roof. Oh, dang it, the support is all one support. Is that a problem? Is that a problem? No, it'll just look like this. That's fine. Okay. We're going to try and minimize the amount of movement with... we're going to try and minimize the amount of movement we're doing when we open the roof up. So we're going to be opening the roof to let you peek inside. See, it's okay to do kind of wonky stuff with the geometry because it's a wonky looking building. That's the theming, is that we want things to look a little bit silly and whimsical. All right. So roof will be removed. Well, it'll be tilted back when you look inside. And then the front wall will be slid down. All right, here's the big question, and I'm really not sure how to approach this. What about the collision? It's like we can be pretty simple and say this back wall has collision and the supports don't. I'm fine with that, for the most part. What gets silly is when this front wall disappears because we're looking inside. If I'm giving it collision, that wall disappearing is really bad. It's almost like I want to have a separate identical mesh just for collision. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Just edit the material in runtime. So, the way that Godot imports files from Blender is they give you a lot of helper things that I'm really trying to lean on where possible. One such thing that they do is rather than have to manually create the collision box for anything that you're importing from a file, if you just append the suffix -col, oops, right. Let's say front 2, because I've got multiple buildings in the same file because I'm trying to make the material recycling easier. If you just say front.-col, then when it imports it as a static body. Well, it imports the mesh with a child that is a static body with a child that is the collision shape matching the mesh, which is nice that you don't have to like go in and like position a mesh or something. Why does always this video pause? Alternatively, you can do COL only, which means that it does not draw the mesh. It doesn't even import it as a mesh. It only, it doesn't import it as a drawn visible mesh. It only imports it as a collision mesh. What was the question? Editing the material at runtime. It parents everything to the drawn mesh. Because I actually thought about this. I was like, oh, of course, I can just move the mesh instance and not the static body. Turns out the static body is automatically a child of the mesh instance, so moving one moves the other. Unless you do some really goofy stuff of like move one and then move the other in an inverse direction, which kind of sucks. It's doable, but it sucks. This should not be so complex, or I need to really copy paste these in a way that makes it possible to get away with reusing them a lot. Okay, another window. Another, I say. There it is. There's our window. Let it be wonky. Let it be wonky. That is our goal. Gonna be a little bit wonky, and we want that. Gosh, every game I've made up until this point is very crisp, and everything has these nice, neat geometries that are easy to understand. And now I'm just throwing it out the window for this game and trying to make something that's really just a little bit more zany and goofy. Look at this window. Look at this window. Unbelievable. He can't keep getting away with it. Okay, that's obviously a little too much, right? Or not enough. Go big or go home. Okay, this one you won't ever see from this side, but still. Okay. All right, let's add modifier. No, let's add material trim. This one, what we're gonna do is on the front face, we're gonna do a subdivide one time. Select these and inset. Oh, that doesn't do what I thought it would do. Okay. Instead, we will inset and then repeat for these. There we go. We could merge these, but we're not going to. These, I think. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. That does work the way I wanted it to. See, that one's a lot quicker and easier because it's square. I, again, to inset individual faces. Interesting. Boy, they just got a shortcut for everything, huh? I'm gonna duplicate this. We're just gonna... Oh wait, I do want to parent that, well, soon. Okay, hold on now. There you go. Just plop that one right there. And we will rotate it around the y-axis slightly. A little more. All right, let's try this. Let's try this business with the. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so subdivide face. All right, I, and then I, click an I again. No. Let's see. Select all four faces. Okay. First select, then press I. Oh, that's a weird shortcut. I don't know how to feel about that. Boy, that is looking wonky. Great. Good. That's what I wanted. I'm comfortable with this level of wonkiness. What is Blender? What even is Blender? What kind of shortcut is that? Okay. Context relevant shortcuts. What a world. Okay, now for the really terrible part is the door. I hate the door so much. I need to rethink the door. All right. Thousand Year Door does this fun thing with doors. So the idea is that in Thousand Year Door, here, let's get the other one out here. So in Thousand Year Door, the door opens up, you walk inside, the door closes, they animate everything like opening up, and then if the door is on the side of the building that is closest to the camera, which sometimes happens, then to avoid having the door visually take up space but still get it out of the way, they then do this little number of kind of drawbridging it down onto the ground, and then everything else gets hidden. So you can see where the door is, but the actual door mesh is laying down. But it's still solid when you're walking around, even though visually it's sitting down on the ground. I hate the idea of having to juggle multiple hitboxes and collision meshes. Like, oh, this is the door as it actually physically exists, where it actually moves out of the way as it's opening as you walk inside and then closes behind you, but then a separate version of the door falls down and yeesh. Oh gosh, it probably is. This is the one thing I've learned about shaders is they can do everything, but it is terrible to make them do anything. See, the original had trim here, and I don't think we're losing that. Now that I look at it, I'm like, gosh, that trim was nice, wasn't it? Make this window really big on the side to make up for it. Literal magic. It's true. Okay. All right. One thing that's bothering me is I don't think this goes down enough. really far down there. Just really get it going. Give it a nice overhang. Great, cool. What else? All right, the door. Is there a better solution on that? We could just have an invisible box, just an invisible collider that gets in the way when the door is false open. And really that only comes into play for situations where the door is front facing. Like in the existing one we've got, the door is on the front of the house, but the camera rotates around so that it's not even there. Is this house really an issue? Is this house really such an issue that I'm wanting to redo the whole thing? Bye, cat. Like it's adorable. It's fine. I guess this has some weird collision stuff going on that I don't like. I'm getting picky is really the takeaway. It's like, I don't want you to be jumping on the door trim. And I guess the problem is that the game is... The rendered mesh is actually the collision mesh for a lot of this stuff, and I don't think it should be, really. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's working. It's fine. All right. Stop getting stuck in the building. All right. The original goal for tonight was decorating the shop. So let's just do that for a bit. Let's shelve this for a bit. And just make a nice little counter so that we can say we actually did something tonight. Jeez. Look at that counter right there. That is a beautiful counter, if I do say so myself. Do we want the darker? Yeah, probably. I think so, unfortunately, and that really pains me, because like that's gonna be rough. It's like, so far, anytime I can get away with less work, it's like, okay, yes, please, definitely. But it's not been an option a lot of times, unfortunately. So we just kind of have to deal with it. It's fine. It's fine. It sure does. Honestly, I had it right with how we built the cave system. There was another. Let's see. Hang on, not this. There was another set of scenes we did. Yeah, these guys around here. There was something I did very right, and I kind of bumped into it accidentally after a lot of trial and error. Not this one. That's a terrible example. That's not a... No, this one's a fine example, I think. Right? Yeah. See, this lovely little organic looking thing is just like... We just... It's all fake. It's all these little solidity blocks that I just plopped down, and then I just slapped some vaguely cubic stone model that I made on top of everything and just kind of eyeballed it a lot. And then just bumped against the walls to make sure everything looked about right. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. But doing the same thing with a house. Like this trim up here, it's like that would be a pain. And you can't account for every possible shape you're gonna need. Like with the rocks, it was easy because like it's gonna be flat surfaces. Everything can overlap in organic ways, and it doesn't matter. Not so with a house. Not nearly as so. Is this gonna look really weird? Yeah, probably. I feel like if I was doing this right, I should have some kind of actually transparent. Some kind of actually transparent face there. Yeah, let's actually make a plane in here. Let's make a more transparent texture here. Okay, I remember how to do this. Do I remember how to do it? Do I remember how to do this? No, I don't, but we're gonna try it anyway. Okay, first of all, whoops, on the, there we go, texture. Give a nice blue with a low alpha, but oh ho ho, it doesn't actually respect the alpha yet. Because we need to do the things with the nodes. All right, nodes. Prepare to get used properly, like as though I totally remember how this works. Okay. Shading. That's the one. That's the one. It is. It really is. I should fake it, but sometimes it's easier not to. Okay. Alpha. Color attribute of alpha. Right? Right, that would do it. Not quite. Okay. Huh. I've done this with images, and now that I'm doing it just a standard thing. Yeah, something like that. Hey, thanks for the follow there. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's go back into these nodes. I remember where it is in Godot. Like, you actually do have to... There's like a... Oh, wait. Settings. Blend mode. Alpha clip. Alpha blend. Okay. Getting somewhere. Maybe. Okay, hold on. Let's back up a bit. I feel like I've been able to see it in just viewport shading before. At least I think. All right, hold on. Get rid of this. Oh, there we go. I'll just manually set it here. There we go. Okay, we have it. Yes. Okay, so if we have none, then that's what we get. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted. Sheesh. What a lovely counter. That was too much. It was too much. It does need collision. Ridiculous. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna export this, make sure I get this to the right directory. Furniture, counter. We wanted to do a little Grange display, I think, was also another thing. Like, it doesn't have to actually have anything in it, just something in the back, or it can just have a bunch of fake stuff in it. So let's make a new collection. And surprise, surprise, it's a cube. All right. No, not the, get the bed out of here. Edit mode 2, pull it down. Material. Let's go dark planks again. Why not? Inset, extrude down, and then let's just, oh right, that's funny. Okay. That's fine. And let's just put a bunch of fake stuff in here. Or do we put anything in here and just populate it in Godot with random stuff that looks real? Colorful circles, some random rectangles. Let's just do it like this. And this one does not need collision. I'm gonna give it collision anyway. More assets. All right, let's export this. Grange. All right, let's pull them in. Shared, furniture. Grab the assets folder here. Hot. Furniture, pull these items in. This really bugs me in Godot. If you just drag an item and drop it over a folder, that doesn't determine where it goes. It's which folder you had selected before you started grabbing things and pulling it over. That's where it goes. I've gotten used to it, but I don't like it. All right, let's plop some counters in here. Camera path. Add a child node to hold all this, just to make it a little bit easier to organize. All right, let's get some counters in. Okay. Looking good. Ooh, my door is all the way over there, huh? Well, I guess that's all right. We'll put something in the way. That's beautiful right there. I'm gonna put an item on each of these. Go all the way to the wall. Okay. I don't know how many items we're gonna sell in the first shop. It doesn't actually have to be as legitimately large as it looks. Like we can. Oh, let me check. Probably an energy saver. It's saving energy by not cooling the house. I know. I hate the import system. All right, Grange. Okay. Pull it to the back. See, this we can actually like mess with perspective a little bit. Like we can make it a little bit taller than should actually be reasonable. A little bit wider than makes sense. Okay, that's fine. All right. So let's try something silly here with, and we should probably have an invisible wall keeping you from getting on the counter as well. All right, let's do something silly here. Let's make a mesh. Mesh is gonna be, just make a very plain sphere. Radial segments, not many. Let's keep it really simple. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Material. Well, let's give it just it doesn't really matter. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't even matter. Okay. That's a bit on the big side. Oh, and it's squished, which is fine, I think. Because it's going to be positioned from a fairly flat. All right, I'm going to try to make it look a little less squished. It's still pretty squished, but we're going to pretend it's not. All right, let's make this a little bit of a darker red. Maybe even a bit orangish. Yeah, exactly. The bottleneck has shifted significantly. It's not about how many polygons, because the hardware can handle it. Now it's about development time. How long does it take for the developer to do it? Wow, that is a nice looking tray of wheels of cheese. Yeah, why not? These are going to be different. These are going to use a different material. These are, oh, right. These are make unique. Get rid of him. It's easier to just get rid of him. Yeah. Nice yellow, and full of life. Move this one over here to show that some of them have sold. Oh, okay, well, more reds, I guess. How about that? Okay. That, you know what? That works. I kind of want to put one of these silly little circles inside the case or something. It's an important one. So let's take one of these guys and move it into our counter. Wow. They've got red circles in stock. This one's green. This one... This one is white. Slightly yellow. This one is blue. And then another red one. And another red one. Wow, what are they selling? Who knows? Doesn't matter. All right, turn the roof back on. No, wait. Let's get the static body, the invisible static body. Do we not have a, All right, hang on. I'm going to make something real quick. Shared block. So we've got, like, this scene right here. So this is a triplanar texture, which the nice thing is it means that it always sticks to the grid no matter where we put it, like the texturing does. I would like to make another one of these for invisible walls. But I would not like it to actually be invisible. That's the tricky part. Okay, so what I need to do is make unique. We're gonna use no texture. We're just gonna use a pinkish color, I guess. Why not? Get rid of the texture. Put it to the same color if I can. There we go. But wait, transparent with where transparency enabled. Yeah, so copy that. Same thing here with the alpha channel, transparency enabled. So what am I doing here is, yeah, I'm gonna make this static body, but special script. Oh, and this is block invisible. No, this is block invisible. Crud. Damn it. I was editing the wrong block. And that's great, honestly. All right. It's fine. Actually, I can use this exact same texture, just turn on transparency, and bring the albedo opacity down. I will, you know what? I'll give it a reddish hue as well while we're at it. Okay. Transparency, alpha, albedo, bring it down, and yeah, That looks fine. Okay, so what was the point of this? This is going to be magically a block that is just going to be visible during the editor process. Is the frog town built? Well, Al, I'm not going to say it's built exactly. Okay, just that. That's the script. It's like, it's not built. It's like some other thing that's not quite built. I don't know what you would call that. Like, not done at all, maybe? Would be a good term for it, I think. The bones are there. Bones are there. There are bones. There are definitely bones, unfortunately. Okay. That's our invisible wall machine. I'm going to pull it back just a bit. And also all these counters, I'm going to move those back as well. Wait, that's just one counter. These are all the counters. Yeah, okay. Okay, so the magic is that we can see the invisible wall. While we are in edit mode. And then when we actually get in, it should be actually invisible. Also, the roof is gone. I did turn that off, unfortunately. Well, look at that. Look at all these things for sale. Whatever they are. Okay, I feel like the counters are a little bit tall. I want to bring them down about 50% almost. Okay, put the roof back on. Give me back the roof. Okay, that's better. It's like there's obviously no room to work back there, but there, you know, it's perspective, and you're like, I don't care. I'm just here to shop for things and buy things off the countertops. Okay. Let's build an invisible wall there too. Let's make it so that you really can't move very much in this big shop. This is under, what is this nested under? Okay, it's nested under shop still, good. All right. We'll allow for like a little bit of moving back and forth, but not a lot. That's probably fine. This isn't a great loop. Give me the next song. Spooter. All right, let's see if this works. All right, there we go. Now we can only move that far, which is much better. Okay, that's coming along. You know what? I think we can decorate this a little bit more. We built a lot of furniture yesterday for this place, and I think it would be a shame to let it go to waste. So let's do it. Let's get... I really wish Godot would let you just more easily add like custom buttons to the editor to hook into tool scripts. like I want to have like a big toggle on my UI that's always available to turn on and off my special custom invisible editor blocks. And I want to be able to, like, I don't know. I don't like that to run a script, I have to go in to the script, navigate to it, and then press the hotkey to run the script. Control-Shift-X. There are some failings. Well, no. Let's call them opportunities for improvement. Godot has some opportunities for improvement. It does a lot of things well. Okay, furniture. What are we going to put in here? Sacks? Let's put in some sacks. That's a good first step. Big sack. Big sack of something. Don't know what it is. Looks important. What else do we make? Hay bale. That's not gonna... Crates. Well, crate sounds like we definitely need that. We need that, and it needs to be tilted slightly. Actually, it needs another one stacked on top of it, I'd say. One that is slightly smaller. Glad I set the transform reasonable way there. Export tool button on 4.4 Dev 3. Ooh, let me put that on my little document of things to look up between streams. In 4.4 Dev 3. Ooh, that could be fun to look forward to. How nice that, like, the thing I'm, like, currently griping about is like, well, actually, if you're willing to dip into the dev versions or wait for the next release, maybe there's already a fix. That's very validating, because that means people were thinking, we need this feature, and then they built it. I feel validated. That is all. This reminds you of a Roblox game. Oh no. Alright, scrap it. Start from scratch. I don't know a lot about Roblox games. So I can't really say for sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright. See, that is looking a lot better. Okay. So the idea is there will be actual item icons on top of the counter in whatever position. There'll be an area 3D surrounding each one, so that by standing in front of the item, you'll get a little UI that says, hey, here's what the item is, here's what it does, here's how much it costs, here's how many you have, all that good stuff will pop up. Paper Roblox. Well, good. This is more heavily inspired, I will admit, more heavily inspired by Paper Mario than by Paper Roblox. But just barely, just barely. You know what? We don't even have an actual coin counter yet. Any sort of money system. Gosh, these bags are huge. I love it. The vibe of the models. Okay, yeah. I need to settle in on an actual title. I had a decent title in mind, but I've given it some thought, and now I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. That won't, nobody knows what that means. That doesn't describe what the game is. I think you can, yeah, you can get on the barrels. If you want to. If you want to. Okay. We need coins. We need coins on the UI. All right. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We're gonna get. Let's put a little money chest in here, just for testing, so that we can start making a money counter. We're gonna start working towards getting a shop going. Put it off long enough, and also I'm putting off building the rest of the town. We've got like a mini dungeon, a boss fight, all kinds of fun stuff, but no town. It's a little intimidating to build an entire town. Okay. Not actors. I zoned out there for a second. Here we go. Chest. Just put it in the room. All right, let's plop that right over here in front of the store. Let's give it 50 coins. And let's move our origin as well. Okay. Make the worst item cost the most. That's brilliant. Why is this in the ground? How did this happen? How did this even happen? Okay. Tick, 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 tick. Clack. Sound effects. Money pops out. Though I did ramp it up to 50, so it's going to take a bit. All right. I need to work on the material for that at some point. It's not very shiny. Crypto investment. Oh no, I screwed up this. I forgot I screwed with Solidity not too long ago. Okay. We can fix that. Open scene. Coin. It is a rigid body. Okay. Layer and mask. Okay. Let me look up my listing of my layers. Okay. Collision layer 1 is terrain or moving platforms, things that are actually solid in the world. Collision layer 2 is for actors. So this should not count as... What does this count as? Okay, so mask is what the coining collides with. It collides with the terrain. The layer is what it counts as for other things touching it, such as the player. So actors, no, player's got its own folder. Player character body. Hey! Welcome in. Luigi's Mansion. Fun. Well, Hob, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. How is the Luigi's Mansion? Welcome in, Hob Squad. All of y'alls. Luigi's Mansion, my favorite Mario. That is a controversial statement right there. People are about to get ontological in here. Okay, mask. Okay, so it's treating layer 2 as solid. So the reasonable idea is just change this to layer 3, right? And just say we're going to interact with layer 3. Does that work? I'm about to confuse myself because I'm getting really tired. Luigi's Mansion 1. Okay, I never played Luigi's Mansion 2, but I played 1 and 3. Okay, that works. Okay, so we can collect money. We need it added to our UI. I need the material to be shinier. 2 is the worst one? Okay, good. Okay, 3 is gorgeous and is just kind of fun to play, but I really love the layout of 1. The fact that it is like a mansion with hallways and rooms that are positioned reasonably. And when I started Luigi's Mansion 3, I thought it was going to be similarly sensible, at least for the first block of the game. And then it was like, okay, now we're on floor 6, and okay, floor 6 is like completely separate. Okay, that's fine. Like, okay, floor 7, all right, things are getting weird. Floor 8, okay, there's no sense anymore. The first 5 floors made sense and were on theme, and then it was like, okay, now we're going zany. And I'm okay with that, but it seemed, I don't know, weird to try and justify that that's a hotel. That's my hot Luigi's Mansion take. Enjoy. Thank you for the follow there. I appreciate that. For everybody who's coming in and doesn't know who I am, actually, I probably should have started with this instead of going on a rant about Luigi's Mansion 3. I'm Dobbs. I am a hobbyist game developer. I've released 1 game on Steam and a lot of free games. I used to just play video games on stream, and now I've really gotten in deep in this project that's going to take a few years to see to completion. And there's going to be plenty of hiati along the way. Hiatuses? I don't know how you would pluralize that. What I'm trying to get at is in 2 weeks when Factorio updates, I'm going to be sucked back into Factorio again. And we're not going to be streaming game dev for a bit. Yeah, it was weird. It was like some of them I was like, okay, I can kind of suspend my disbelief. And then it was out the window. Factorio update, 2 weeks. DLC. Factorio Space Age is coming out, and I love that game. I'm really getting the itch to just like dip back into it, but there's no way I would actually finish a run before it's time to really hit the ground running in 2 weeks. It's on Monday, 21st. So yeah, anyway, the project. I'm building Paper Mario. Like, I'm straight up building Paper Mario, but just my own version of Paper Mario. That's it. I've got a working battle system. The battle system is like solid. It works fine. The only thing it lacks is I need like 100 more enemies and like 100 more moves, and badge system technically works. It just doesn't do much yet. Got a boss fight. Well, mid-boss, we'll say. Yeah, it's kind of long. And now we're working on actually making NPC villager houses that you can go into and stuff. It's been a fun project. So if you like Paper Mario, or Bug Fables for that matter, basically done. Yeah, 100 of everything. Gosh, Thousand Year Door loved having hundreds of something. Okay, let's see if we can just get a coin collection counter mechanism thing. Okay, how are we doing this? First off, we've got our game manager for the main stats, okay, we do have a money counter. 100 bosses, 100 NPCs. Yeah, why not? Just get it all in there. Gosh, every once in a while I think about how many NPCs go into a game like this, and I get a little overwhelmed, if you can believe it. So what was I about to say? One thing I want to do differently on this versus the original Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door is make a little roguelike version of the Pit of 100 Trials. There is a great mod for Thousand Year Door called Infinite Pit, where there's no 100 levels, it just keeps going forever, and the monsters continue getting stronger. You continue getting additional badges. Really fun concept, but it's trapped within the Paper Mario engine. So I'm hoping that if I can build an engine with that in mind from the get-go, I can make something pretty cool. That's the idea, at least. Okay. We need to go to the UI. Let's see here. Where is our UI? Stat overlay, right? Is that the one? Okay, that's a single panel. There we go. This is the one. Okay. So this is what? Same thing, but modulate? Self-modulate? Panel. Theme override. Styles. Yes, okay, that's how this works. Okay, I think we can make this work. There's a good, like, advanced Thousand Year Door mod. I don't remember the name of it. Hero Mode, I think. Hero Mode. That remixes a lot of the game. Like, oh, thank you for the other follow. Just saw that. Appreciate that. It makes it so that Paper Airplane mode is not restricted to being on a platform. You can do it anywhere, and as a result, a lot of the puzzles get much harder to think through. Okay, so for this, how does this work? Okay, so we have to duplicate. We'll call it the money panel. Oops. Move the money panel over. It can be much smaller because we don't need the maximum or the slash, just the current. We're gonna make this bigger so it can squeeze in a nice 999 or something, maybe more. The icon needs to be different, of course. How does this script work? Related stat index. Let's jump into the script for this. Okay, it's just straight up a lookup table. Well then let's just say 3 is money. How about that? Overlay. We do need to make an icon for money. But that should work right away. It probably needs a different color. Can you guys hear the air conditioner buzzing? It's very loud. Change this over to hopefully a better microphone mode. Color. Theme override, make unique, change the color to green, gold. Gold makes sense because money. I'm just gonna shift it by hue. It's an ugly color when you do that, though, isn't it? Just don't want it to get too bright because I want to be able to keep the same text across the board. We'll leave the lightning bolt for now. It's fine. Okay. Next up, what we need to do is change when the stat overlay appears and disappears. Currently, it only shows up in the battle menu, I think. Let's confirm that. Scenes, battle, which gets its own folder. Yeah, stat overlay is baked into the battle manager, so that is not necessary. What is going to own this? UI global, right? That makes sense. Global UI. No, it doesn't, because global UI is, well, it can still work. Yeah, let's try it. This is gonna mess up the battles when we do this, but Yeah, let's throw it in. Okay, so that's gonna make it show up, but it's also gonna show up twice. So if I go back over here, it should just always be present now. Yeah, there it is. It still says 10. It's not supposed to say 10. Okay, it's not. Okay. Script. How does this work? Get pool. Oh, it gets a pool. Ah. Okay, so the fact that that's not a pool means it doesn't have current or max. So it's returning a value. How can I tell? Oh, I know. Okay, else. Okay, I think this will work. I just pressed F6 on the wrong scene. So that's gonna break. Okay, now I think this is gonna work. Show me 0. Dang it. How do I tell if something is an integer? Godot, check, data, type, int. Detect if a variable is a string or int. Type of... Okay, this is from Godot 3, but maybe it still works. Oh, is, maybe? We'll try that. Pool is int. Then do this block, otherwise do this block. Let's see if that works. Okay, it still says 10. Don't like that. Why is it doing it that way? Yeah, that does not appear to be tallying up. We're not hitting this line at all, are we? We are hitting that line. What? Go on then. I'm getting 0. Only oh! Okay, well, huh. Alright, there's a couple things. First off, label max is not the one I need to be changed, it's label current, so that fixes that. Secondly, coin counter, grabbing a coin doesn't actually increment this at all. Here we go, increase coin count. Display coin count in UI on collect. See, I laid out the code for this ages ago to prepare it. It just doesn't do anything yet. All right, game manager dot stats dot money plus equals 1. And okay, so that's that. I can probably get away with, can I make this wiggle? Wouldn't it be nice if the related stat wiggled or something, or like the number popped a bit whenever yeah, let's see if we can make a money panel. I know how to do it. I think all right, here I got an idea. All right, everybody hold tight. Let's see here. Previous value. Here's what we're gonna do. And we're only gonna do this for single number ones for now. Pool is our actually new value. All right, if if the value has changed since the previous loop of process, then we have a change. And for this specific instance, we're going to have a... let's just do it as an animation. That seems like a brilliant idea. Perfect opportunity to use an animation. All right. Panels are going to have an animation where they do something. I don't know. It's the label current we're mostly interested in. So let's add an animation player. And we'll make a new animation called Number Pulse. And that is going to be current layout transform. Yeah, we can mess with the scale. Create a reset line there. Okay, so what it will do is we're gonna set the snap to 0.1 seconds. Just want a little pop, just a little pop. So let's try scaling this up. Oh, it does that. I guess that's all right. Not my favorite. But here, if we center the pivot point, there we go. Then it can do that. Let's center the pivot point like right around here. Okay, so we'll make it pop, bigger number. So it'll go like this. Pow. Oh, move that over. Pow. We want it to go a lot faster, I think. Pow. Pow. Every time you collect something, go bing. Bing. Okay, that's not super impressive, admittedly. Let's just bump it up to 1.5. But I think it'll work. Let's make it go a little faster. Okay. That should work. So for our script for this, make sure that we have on ready. Dabble Worlds, I love that game. Animation player, which is of type animation player, equals animation player. And when the value changes, then play that animation called Number Pulse. Let's test it out. Let's see if that worked. Heck of a guess. All right, so watch the number in the top right as we collect money and see if it goes up and bumps. Ooh. Well, yes, a little bit too big, actually. I guess we need, but that worked. That was beautiful. It worked exactly like I wanted it to. It's good. It's good. I guess what that means is, let's go over to the stat overlay and view. Yeah, look at that. That's why. Layout, transform, pivot offset needs to be like way over here. And let's bring it down a bit too. I wonder if we should have have it centered maybe. Is there a... I know there is an option for that. And for the life of me, I don't know where it is. Not a big deal. All right, that's another... You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to soapbox a bit. That's another issue I have been experiencing with Godot, is in creating UIs in 2D. Really don't like how margin is a separate node instead of just a property of. Oh man, that does pop. I feel like I need to make the whole panel pop even, just to really drive home the point. Yeah, let's just make the whole panel bigger. Do 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 do. Ah, I think I know. I think I know. Nope, nope, can't do that. Oh, it's already got a scale set. Okay, so let's do create a reset track for that. And then when we're doing this, then scale up Y. This is a little bit goofy. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's a little goofy, but I think it could look nice. All in due time. We've got so much time for polishing. Whoops. What? What? Pilot access to key global position. Gear spinner. End spin. End spin. Failed here. Why were we hitting end spin here? Because that happens at the callback of doing a spin. But gear spinner probably doesn't exist, maybe. Oh, but end spin is also called by releasing a gear spinner. So we only want to do this if gear spinner. That is fine. That is fine. Yeah. Al got it. Al knows his Dabble Worlds. All right. Oh yeah. See, you can definitely see. It's like, wow, pay attention here. Okay. So here's another thing, and this one is less necessary now, is that I only want this whole panel up here to be visible when it is relevant. It is relevant when something changes. Then there's going to be a timer since the last time something changed. And then it'll slowly, drift off screen again. That's the idea. All right. I'm dreading this shop stuff. Okay. Break it down into easy baby stuff. We just need to buy one thing. One item is all we need. So let's get this roof out of here. Maybe let's hide these invisible blocks. Make it a little bit easier. We're gonna need a special shop purchasing thing. I've got some items that can be bought, but we need a scene to represent an area that handles the collision. Caracola. Would it be wrong to say that I was thinking of naming this Caro Village? But it's like I can't do that. I can't get away with that. Okay. It wouldn't be wrong. It'd just be a little bit more obvious. Be wearing the inspiration on my sleeve. All right. So we're gonna have nestled on the countertop. We're gonna add a node 3D. And this is going to be called a shop purchase zone object. All right, what does it consist of? It consists of a sprite 3D, Texture. Texture. Where's our item? Oh, geez. Where is our item icons? Here we go. Well, okay. So first of all, fix that rotation. There we go. Next, we're gonna enable region. Strawberry. So it's a little preview of the item grid. We're gonna have recipes going. Recipes are gonna be a thing. Here's the grid. So here's your mana healing. Honey, jam, cake. Here's your health. Strawberry, apple, maybe a plum. And then you can combine any of those three with any of those three to create a unique item that will combine the effects, but you can use it in a single turn. Yeah. Hey, Moth. But also, you'll be able to combine, like, a pair of strawberries or an apple and a strawberry. I don't know. We're going to make a lot of combinable items. I don't know that we're going to track progress. I don't know. I feel like that's tedious in these games. All right. Why is this so stretched? I know why it's so stretched, because I've nestled it under counter. So we want to not do that. And now reset scale. There we go. Okay, so now we can fix this. Okay, so this is what this will look like. GQ! How is DC's Justice League Cosmic Chaos? It's no Zelda. It was not great. It didn't seem like it would be great, but I didn't want to pass judgment too quickly. Let's see, what are you streaming tomorrow? Sackboy. Oh, and then on Wednesday you're doing the Zelda thing, and I'm gonna miss it. Probably. Depends on the hotel Wi-Fi. I'm gonna be out of town, guys. I'm gonna miss Wednesday's stream. Like my stream, as well as GQ's stream. Baby game for babies. Typical. Well, I guess they can't all be Euphoria 2 or Family Feud. You gotta play Bomberman. Bomberman 64 is great. Bomberman Hero is weird and different. Bomberman Generations is also weird and different. Bomberman 64 and Second Attack are the good Bombermans. Bombermen. That's all I have to say about that. I will defend Bomberman 64 to the death. It is such a good bad game. I cannot defend Chameleon Twist. It's not a good game. Oh, okay. We need an area 3D, which means we need a collision shape 3D. We're finally doing it. We're finally doing this. Can you believe it? Like that's we'll stretch it out a little bit. And bring it in a little bit as well. Let's keep beating over the head with the other ones. Second Attack is... I think it's really fun. I love the different kinds of bombs. Because you got like your basic Bomberman plus bomb that when you expand it out, you get like the nice radial bomb. But then you start unlocking elemental bombs that do interesting things and let you solve puzzles in places. And it's it basically becomes a Metroidvania. A very light Metroidvania, but a Metroidvania nonetheless. And all the bombs are very unique and interesting. Like you get the ice bomb, which you can make these terribly finicky bridges over water, because Bomberman dies instantly in water. Is it instantly? I don't think he gets to like respawn with -1 heart. I think he just straight up dies, and it's very unfair. Let's see, what else do you get? Lightning's later. You get the wind bomb, which doesn't do any damage, but it pushes you horizontally until you hit a wall. And that makes for some really cool puzzles. And then some other ones. So there is the light bomb, which temporarily freezes things like moving platforms. I'm amazed that they managed to make like an interesting system out of that game. Like I'm baffled that they pulled that off. Okay, this is it. Let's first see how that looks. I've got the roof is hidden, don't worry about it. Should we billboard this? I don't think we will billboard it. So you go there and be like, yeah, I want to buy a strawberry. Cruising. What a bizarre game that one was. That's true, there were 3 Mario parties. I couldn't tell you on Turok. Not Banjo-Kazooie. Not Earthbound. Only 2 Zeldas. Okay, so now for the big scary thing, which is we need to actually make... Alright, we need to make it so that when you walk in front of the item into the collision zone, a UI element appears showing you all the important things. The important elements, which are how much money you have, which that's right there, we're fine. How much it costs, how many you have, and how much inventory space you've got, I guess. Those are the important things. So that needs to show up. And if you press A while in the zone, then it prompts you, do you want to buy it? And then we need something brand new. Somehow we've gone this far in this project without ever making a yes/no dialogue. No, like there's no option choices. Like we've made all these cool like multi-conversation systems with the camera shifting and action happening, but not once did we build anything where it just asks you a question and you respond with a yes or no. So that's something. Is this too big? Is this item too big here? It feels a little bit big. I think I need to scale it down a bit. Scale down. Let's go 75% and then put it down on the table. Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Affirmative, negatory. Okay. All right, we'll start with the easy bit, which is Okay, no, this is fine. This is super fine. Let's start with a script. No, let's start by saving this as a scene. Let's put that in mechanisms, I think. New folder for shop. because we'll probably also have a shop zone or something that indicates, hey, you're in a shop right now, which means money needs to be always displayed while you're here, not just if you pause or stand in front of an item, and also maybe a current inventory size panel should pop up as well. Probably costs about six. I haven't given the money a good name yet. I don't know if I want to go with just coin. I mean, coin works, but they're very obviously washers. Like that's very obviously a washer. I need to round out these edges maybe a little bit. Chips would be good. There's always scrap. I mean, I could just call them coins and no one would really bat an eye at that. Did I just realize this is hollow? How did I pull that off? But not on that end, only on this end. Oops. I'm sure it's fine. I really need to work on the material here. Can we fix that? Can we fix this material? What is... Oh, okay. Okay. Editable children. Scripts. Material override. New material. Bright yellow. Very metallic. Roughness. Bring the roughness down. I feel like it might need some kind of gradient albedo texture or something, but I don't know. Okay, is that better? Did I make it better? Yes, I did. I think I did. Okay, shop purchase zone is now a thing. It's got a script. Where's the script? Did I just make a script for this? I guess not. Pennies. Cents, but like spell it in a weird way. Is there a robot pun we can work in with that? Coins. I'm sure we'll workshop it a bit. Discs. Data discs. Okay, so we're going to index into... we've got a nice little directory file of items. And we key off of like these little strings here, like lemon, strawberry. So that's what we're going to index into, because that gets us the default cost, the icon, torques. I feel like I can't top Moonrover with Mooney. That one was just lightning in a bottle. Okay. For item key, it'll be something like strawberry. And we do need to make sure we pull in... do we have a way of doing this easily? Battle manager probably... yeah, something like this, except item directory. Oh, okay. So we've got item directory. Pull it in. Item object is going to equal item directory get item key, and that will return us this sort of object, which has a description, the name, the actual string that's going to be, you know, region translated and everything. The icon index is how we draw it. I've never found a great centralized place to put this code, and I'm not going to this time either. Ha ha ha. So icon index, yeah, for this stuff. We use the region rectangle. So icon index. Pips. Ah, see, I would love pips if we were doing a dice theme. I can see bits working, weirdly enough. Hi, Link. Okay. So, we got our Sprite 3D. Which is a Sprite 3D called Sprite 3D. What's this complaining about? Default value. Oh, whoops, I forgot to do onReady. Okay, there we go. Got that in. Okay, so that's gonna set it to the appropriate thing. And then I don't think we need to do any constant processing, but we do need to lock into the signal for entering and exiting the block here. Hello, connect signal. Yes, connect and connect exit. And we're gonna do this the same as body entered, body exit. Dregs. That sounds delightful. I would love to collect a lot of dregs. Okay, dialogue zone has a really... I built out a clever system for this, and I'm gonna recycle it. Yeah, it's basically this. So I will show you the magic. Close that, close that, close that, close that, that, and this. And not that yet. Okay, so we do this. Do we need to really track the player? I don't think so. Yeah, do that and do this. Okay, that should work. Okay, so dialogue zone works this way, as well as the doors now for going into buildings, which is whenever you enter the area where it becomes usable, we append the usable item to a list that the player maintains. And when you exit the zone, we remove it from the list. And that way we can handle if you are somehow able to do two things with the press of the action button. Like if you were standing next to a door and then an NPC walks next to you, and then you press A, you're not going to simultaneously walk through the door and start a conversation. It will only activate the first thing in the list. Sorry, what? Did it just immediately give up? Did the minigame bot just like, all right, here it is. Too late. So each individual item then has to implement the activate function. Activate. Which tells it what is happening. Okay, it was a minute. I didn't even realize it took that long. So I should be able to duplicate this, slide it over, and give it a different name of lemon. And it won't do this right away because it's not a tool script, but when I launch the game, I believe that when we walk in here, we're gonna find a strawberry and a lemon for sale. Look at that. It's not activating though. Sorry, what is printing things right now? Player code process. That, yeah, get rid of that. Okay, am I not in the zone? What's lemon do? It's your one-up mushroom. It's a super sour lemon. It is good for 10 HP. But if you fall in battle, it will auto-revive you. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that anymore. It's very sour. Okay. What is our problem here? I know what the problem is. As a matter of fact. Dialogue zone. Yeah, we need mask 2 for our area. There we go. We weren't actually coming into contact with the object because it was on a separate physics layer. Success. We got the debug line. It didn't do anything, but it did work. Okay. Honestly, that's something. Oh my gosh, there's so much work that goes into this simple game. This simple, feeble child's game. Oh my gosh. Who's doing what right now? Are there people doing things we could go send people to yet? Don't know any of you guys. I don't know any of you. Ugh. I missed GDB day 7. Let's check the categories, I suppose. Don't know you, don't know you, don't know you. Okay, some people in the Mario World category we could look at. What about Mario Maker? Any old Mario Maker alumni? No, I don't know any of you. All right, game dev. This is a scary category because I'm not going to be able to stay 5 minutes. Boy, just a lot of people building their projects, you know? It is very hard to like judge based on just like, all right, here's a single screenshot of a random time from the last 15 minutes. And it's just going to be mostly just code. I guess that just goes to show that if you want people to pay attention to your game dev stream, you need to always have something interesting on screen at all times. Oh, we could go hang out with Sauce. Bonjour, Sauce. Get in there. All right. So, there you are. As mentioned, I will not be streaming Wednesday. I will be unavailable for that. But I will be back Friday. We will do more of this. Try and get some shop stuff going somehow. Sunday will be OwlQuest season finale, maybe on the 13th. And then after that, I should probably do a GDB stream sometime after that. Game's Done Badly 2024. Get in on that. I think I've got a game picked out. I just got to see if I can find it and get it working. Yeah. And then 2 weeks from now is when Factorio updates, and then that's the end of things. So there's that. All right. Let's do a little raid. Like I said, I'm not going to be staying up. I got to get to bed. Got a little bit of work left in the morning. This is progress. We didn't finish nothing. Like, the interior of the shop certainly looks nicer. I spun my wheels a lot at the start of stream, just trying to do who knows what, like rebuild a house from the ground up to see like, oh, if I do it a second time, I'll make it better. It's like, not really, as it turns out. Who knew? All right, but we got a shop. I think this works. This looks all right. I'm down with this. Yeah. Everyone, have a wonderful night. I will see you guys Friday. Bye.